presidential candidate for the Liberal Party of Ghana, Mr. Kofi Akpaloo, will be hoping 2020 will be his year after failing in his bid to run for office in government twice. In this edition of Ghana Election Desk, he's our guest, and he'll be telling us how he intends to capture the seats this year. Welcome to Election Desk.
Thank you.
So generally, people have been referring to you as a hypocrite because you are usually speaking in favor of the incumbent government, NPP, and yet here you are running on your own tickets. How do you respond to that?
I don't speak for NPP. I'm not an NPP communicator, but rather I speak for Ghana. Anything that is good about Ghana, I will speak in favor. But anything bad about Ghana, I will not open my mouth.
But you've been constantly speaking in favor, not that you're speaking for them, but every time you speak, you're praising this government and you've been bashing the former President Mahama.
Actually, I don't have witchcraft spirit in me. I have the Holy Spirit inside me, and the Holy Spirit will always speak the good, not the bad. Okay, so I see only good stuff, and I talk about good stuff. So whoever is in government, I see him as somebody in high authority, and I have to give all my best to support that person to govern. Because if the person does well, it affects everybody in the country. So that is me. That is my nature.
Is that to say that the government before this didn't do anything good? Because
when NDC were in power, people were branding me the same way you are branding me today. They were saying I'm an NDC, I was speaking for NDC. But no, I don't speak for any other party apart from my political party, that's the Liberal Party.
But you've heard saying that you never work with former President Mahama.
I've never worked with anybody. I've never worked with anybody. I speak for Ghana. That is my stance.
No, but you've been heard saying that you never work with former President John Mahama. Do you have a personal issue with him?
I've never worked with any government. I've never worked with any government.
But will you be willing to take a position or an appointment if you lose the election and then?
I win the elections. Win the elections. So there's nothing there's no conditional statement here.
In case that doesn't happen?
There's no conditional statement.
Is there hope for the best but prepare for the worst?
No, what I'm saying is that this election I've been called in to govern this country. So I'm going to win this election no matter what. I'll win the elections.
So come December 8th, they announced and you didn't win.
No, it won't happen that way.
It won't happen?
Yeah. Because I've seen the outcome already.
And the
spiritually, I've seen it already. I've seen it already. So I know how the outcome is going to be like. And I'm eventually going to be declared a winner. I'll win the elections. 2020 elections is done deal.
I see. So if you win, will you be willing to appoint some officials or people who belong to the other parties to work on board? Say,
I'm going to appoint Ghanaians to help move this country forward.
Will you pick anybody from the NDC or NPP?
No, I'm going to pick Ghanaians. I'm going to appoint Ghanaians to work with me.
So if previously they were working in the NDC government or NPP government, by virtue of the fact that they are Ghanaian, you pick them, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I'm going to work with Ghanaians because I want to work with Ghanaians to move this country forward.
Does the number 8 mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means a new beginning.
New beginning.
That's a new dawn and a new order. Number 8 is also a prophetic number and also the angelic number.
Really?
Yes, you can Google, you can search and find out. Number 8 means a lot. It means wealth creation.
Okay.
So if you look at our manifesto, the theme for the manifesto is that a better tomorrow, a new plan for jobs and wealth creation. So the number 8 didn't come just like that. God made it happen that way.
Wealth creation, but recently during the debate you were saying that you would borrow to sort things out in the country.
To create money. We'll borrow to expand our economy. We'll borrow to invest such that young people will get good jobs to do. We need to give young men and women a meaningful life. So we need to borrow to expand the economy.
So you borrow to create wealth?
Exactly. Because I'm an accountant, also a businessman, and I understand capital. You understand? When you look at the weighted average cost of capital, the WACC, you always look at that, see that the debt in the composition is always bigger than the equity. Why? Because it's cheaper to use debt than to use equity. So if the monies are available and we can borrow to build housing such that young men and women can have good places to call home, if we can have them access to money, borrow the money to build all our road network such that we will be driving on good roads to avoid potholes that cause most of the accidents on our roads. If by so doing you are creating jobs, you are creating wealth. If we can borrow money to help young men and women who want to go into business to have access to capital to start their own businesses, I mean, we are creating wealth. If we can borrow money to put into setting up factories like perfume rice factory, so that all the rice coming from the Volta region, we can add value to those rice, okay? But turning them into perfume rice, we will not import rice to this country.
But how will you even pay the debts? Because once you're going to keep borrowing, you're going to increase the debts. So
No,
how are you going to pay?
no, when I borrow money and I put into rice production, we are not going to import rice again. So we are going to produce the rice here. We will sell the rice. When we sell the rice, we can get the returns to pay the debt. If we borrow money to invest in cocoa processing, such that we build the world's largest chocolate manufacturing right here in Ghana, we are going to create wealth and then we'll be able to pay back the money we borrowed to set up those factories. When you borrow money to build the world's largest poultry farm right here in Ghana, you are creating jobs, you are creating wealth, the returns can go back to pay the loan.
I see. Let me just bring you one step back. There are reports, or I don't say rumors, but yeah, generally there are reports that you are being sponsored by the NPP.
That's some people's maybe perception.
Is it true?
I don't know, when you entered this office, did you see anything MPP here? I don't think you saw anything MPP here. Okay? What you saw, yeah? LPG. This is LPG. Okay. This is LPG, okay? This one too is LPG.
So you have no alliances with the NPP?
Do you think MPP will give me money so that I'll come and remove them from power? Do you think, assuming you are the chairman for MPP, will you do that?
Speaking about...
Because we are contesting. Now we have 12 presidential candidates. Nana Akufo-Addo is there. I'm there. We are competing for power, the same thing. Do you think Nana Akufo-Addo will sponsor me to overthrow him?
If you've always been praising...
No, when somebody do something well, because my understanding in life is that we need to support our country. Okay? And this government have been doing well. They have been doing well. So do you want me to come out to say that they've done nothing?
But if they're doing well, why do you want to run for?
No, my own is calling. God has called me into this.
But they're already doing well. Why don't you?
No, you have to go and ask God why he called me into contesting this election.
We are speaking to the presidential candidate of the Liberal Party of Ghana, Mr. Kofi Akpaloo. At this juncture, we'll take a quick break. Please stay.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did...
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next to be
I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational, but that's the beauty of the game.
Today you are denying funny face. It's not my brother. You are denying funny face. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Huabin Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
Welcome back. The presidential candidate of Liberal Party of Ghana, Mr. Kofi Akpaloo, is our guest for this edition of Ghana Election Desk. Mr. Akpaloo, how do you intend to create the over 200,000 jobs you intend to offer?
200,000 direct jobs. I mean, it's something that is nothing to write home about. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because we can even pick sports to create about 45,000 direct jobs.
How? Enlighten me.
Yeah, because we have a lot of young men and women out there who have talents that they need to be sponsored to develop those talents. We need to build their skills, and we can create jobs for them. Athletes, umpires, advertising agents, a whole lot, anything relating to sport. Okay, we can create jobs.
But that's just for the sports sector. How about the other sectors?
Yes, we can also look at the entertainment industry, not the creative industry. I'm talking about the entertainment industry, like Stoneboy and all those kind of people. We can create jobs because when they are moving for crew. So when you help them to develop their skills, you are creating what? You are creating jobs, you are creating wealth. So we are going to put money in helping them, those who have talents, to develop those talents. We also believe that anybody who wants to go into business, especially the young men from universities and polytechnics, we are setting up a $10 billion equivalent job fund, such that if you have any business idea, you can access capital to start your own business. We want to help all young men and women because sometimes it's very disheartening to see or to watch that young people are traveling from sub-Saharan Africa to Europe, and then they pass through a whole lot of hell to get there. So we want to eliminate that. And to do that, we need to support them. Those who want to go into business, support them. And those who want to learn a trade, we want to make sure we support them with capital. We also support them to pay what they normally pay as apprentice to their master.
Okay.
We will pay that as a government, and every day what they will depend on to go to work, we will also pay that to them, such that they will have all the needed support to acquire the necessary training and skills. And when they finish, we will set them up. Because in my government, after a year, we are not going to allow anybody to import any raw dress into this country. So what you are wearing, we have to start producing them here, because we're going to support people to produce this. What I'm wearing, we are going to empower people to produce them here. We're not going to allow anybody to import these things to this country. And after 2 years in government, we are not going to export any cocoa bean out of this country, because we have to add value to create jobs and to create wealth in this country.
But do you think the systems in place are ready to absorb all that before you cut it down?
Oh yes, because we're going to empower people. We create the money. Because young men out there, they have business ideas, fantastic business ideas, but they don't have support. That is why you think they are useless, maybe roaming around. We are going to support everybody. So far as you are a Ghanaian and you want to do something, we will support you.
Are you satisfied with the way corruption has been tackled by the government?
Corruption?
Yes.
Corruption is all over the world.
I'm limiting it to us.
No, you see, corruption is all over the world. It's not only in Ghana. So everybody should get this at the back of his mind. Corruption is anywhere, everywhere. When who assists our people to get themselves corrupted? The same white people, okay? So please, let's put that thing at the backside and let's focus on developing our country.
No, but are you satisfied with how it has been tackled? It happens all over, that is true.
So the way corruption has been handled elsewhere, that's exactly how it has been handled here.
How?
Yes, it's the same thing, because talking about Airbus, Airbus, who and who were involved? The Americans, the French, and then the British, and then our Ghanaian people. So it's a collaborative thing. So please, nobody should sit here and think that it's only Ghanaian officials who are corrupt. It's everywhere. So I don't want to put too much emphasis on those things. What is important is that let's support our young people. Let's get them something, okay, to depend on. Let's build business incubators in our universities, such that when somebody has a business seed, business idea, he can develop the seed to generate into it.
So it means you are satisfied with the current fight against corruption?
Yes. If you compare corruption in Ghana to that of Europe, there's no corruption in Ghana. But
if you compare corruption according to their administrations or according to their governments, what do you make of this?
No, I'm not interested. The reason why I'm not interested is that I don't want to sit here and blackmail or, paint anybody black.
But you're going to be president next. You should know that.
No, that's the cheapest way of campaigning, to trying to sit here and then run your opponent down. I'm not interested. I'm interested in developing Ghana, moving Ghana forward.
So
because everywhere, when was the last time you heard Donald Trump or Joe Biden bashing each other that they are corrupt? But in Africa, you'll be hearing those things. So I'm not interested. They are all corrupt, but they don't say it. Please, leave it.
You're not.
No, you are a young man, so leave it.
You're not going to.
It's your future. It's your future I'm protecting.
Very good. So how are you going to fight corruption? How are you going to fight corruption?
Your future. Yeah. Building Ghana is not about corruption. Building Ghana is empowering the young people to make it. It's not about sitting here and then running somebody down. So it's your future I'm talking about. Your future is very, very important. It's not about who is corrupt and who is not.
If you empower the youth and everything is working,
you will not think about.
There will still be bad nuts, because corruption
in your mind
finds.
What is in your mind?
There are loopholes.
No, what is in your mind? Do I know?
Mr. Akpaloo, you've still not answered how you are going to fight corruption.
What is in your mind? Do I know? Do you know what is in my mind? Do you know what the other person is thinking of executing the next time? So please, nobody should see someone think that he can fight corruption, he can eradicate corruption.
So we should give up on the fight against corruption?
No, what I'm saying, everywhere in the world, they are criminals. We have thieves all over the world.
But some places are referred to as safer than others.
Which place? Tell me one.
Everywhere in the country.
Give me one example.
Let's talk about crime rates. Probably Canada. No. Canada is better than Ghana when it comes to...
Who told you? Because here they will report minor issues. Over there they will ignore. Okay? So please, protect your country. Build your country. Send a good image about your country.
But that's why you're going to be president, no?
Yeah, so that is why you are a young man.
How are you going to prevent that from happening?
That's why you're a young man. You need to see that your future is most important. Whatever anything bad that you speak about your country, you are denying yourself.
Mr. Akpaloo, what's your take on chiefs endorsing political parties when the law bars them from doing so?
I don't think the law bars them from making those utterances. Okay? The law says that they should not wear political, or they should not go and stand for them to be voted for. Okay? They should not go and contest for them to be voted for. Or they should not sit on the campaign platform and then they will be campaigning for one particular party. Okay, that's all. But if you visit the chief in his palace, you don't control what he says.
But he's supposed to control what he says himself.
It's up to him. It's up to him.
So what's your take on them coming out?
I don't have a problem. Because the chiefs, everybody will visit them and then they will say whatever they want to say. Because if I go to one chief, he will either praise me or he will say whatever he want to say. There's another candidate go there the next time. He will say something different. Okay, so I don't think the chief can tell me or can decide for any voter where they should vote. Okay? Because those who are going to vote, they don't care about their chiefs or whatever.
Your final words before you go, but even before that, how is your female running mate, Madam Obrin Safo? How is she going to impact your team?
Yeah, I mean, she has been with the party for since its inception. I mean, she has been our general secretary and the first woman general secretary in Ghana politics, and she has contributed a lot. So I know what she's going to add when we form the government.
Okay. Yeah. Did you do any asset declaration during the filing of the nomination, or did the EC ask you about your tax returns?
No, we did our tax returns.
Okay. Yeah. Did you declare assets?
Why should I declare my assets now? There's no law that requires that I should declare my assets now.
So the EC didn't ask you to declare assets?
No, that was why nobody declared his or her assets, because I'm not into public office now. When I get to public office, then I will.
Okay. What's the last words to the electorates?
They have to go and vote for Kofi Akpaloo, campaign for Kofi Akpaloo, because I've been called in 2 days and I'm winning the 2020 elections and I will win it hands down. You'll find me number 8 on the ballot. And I know. You just look for the computer. The reason why computer is our logo is that we are going to put people's life first through technology. We're going to make sure all schools, from basic to university, they have free access to Wi-Fi, because we're going to deploy broadband across the country. And we are also going to support every Ghanaian. Whatever you want to do, we will support you to make it right here in Ghana, because we want to build athletes, we want to build entrepreneurs. We have a plan that by the end of 2024, we should be able to create 1 million new entrepreneurs. We will do that because we want to create 0%, that's 0% graduate unemployment. We have that plan and we will execute them. All that we need from you is to go out there and campaign for Kofi Akpaloo and his team. And when you do that, you are not going to be, your life will not be the same.
Right. So that was the presidential candidate of Liberal Party of Ghana, Mr. Kofi Akpaloo. Says him aspiring or vying for the presidency is a calling from God. Well, leave it to the electors to decide that on December 7th. His number is 8 on the ballot paper, no?
Number 8, yeah.
Great. This has been another edition of Ghana Web Selection Desk. My name is Lord Harris Edwasari. Do join us next time.